look up to each other, and like those moments will all start happening across all different professional sports and also across different lifestyle brands to the degree where it's like it feels like it's all one and the same.
Yeah, and like you mentioned earlier, FaZe Clan has did an awesome job at that. Was that like the point to bring you to investing in FaZe Clan, and what triggered you to PlayVS?
Yeah, I mean, FaZe is hands down like the number one esports and gaming and lifestyle organization out right now. It's just not even a question. Their dominance is unparalleled. And I think for us, when we were getting into the space, it obviously had a lot to do with their dominance and us wanting to, be a part of something like that so early on, and just to show our seriousness in the space and how serious we were taking it. But it also had a lot to just do with like the synergies between the places that we wanted to play and that they wanted to and already were playing. We were just crossing paths a lot, and we became really good friends with a lot of the guys over there, and still are really good friends with a lot of the guys over there, and work hyper collaboratively with them on a bunch of different things. So Maher's invested, Josh invested, and we were working really closely with them, so it made sense for us all to just kind of be in it together. And then the same thing with PlayVS. I think that was just an opportunity. That's an opportunity you just do not pass up on. I mean, what they're building what they're building is the future of esports. I mean, period, straight up. Like the fact that they have the exclusive partnership with the NFHS, and the fact that esports is going to become a varsity-led sport in high schools and eventually in colleges. Like, that's crazy. That's like the moment at which the whole world, I think, recognizes the importance of what's happening right now. But like, even just kind of relating it back to like our thesis, like there's a story that they told us from their first season, and it was about the team in Georgia, one of their high school teams in Georgia. And like like the captain of the football team was also like the captain of their League of Legends team, and like they went on to win the state championship. And it's like, that's so cool, dude. Like, that moment is such a beautiful moment to just absolutely like paralyze stereotypes that are being like pushed across the landscape, and also as like for humanity, a really cool moment to show how like all like different walks of life are befriending each other and showing like teamwork and camaraderie at such an early age. And I think, for us, and again, Josh was in on that one too, like we were stoked.
Yeah, and so we hadn't had a chance to chat, but it's a beautiful platform, man. I say all the time, my passion job. I'm a high school teacher, and I've started an esports program, and we actually played in the first the fall season of PlayVS. We had a Rocket League team, man, and it's a beautiful platform, man. I understand why you invested. It was a no-brainer. I just wanted to hear you say it, man. But it was a great move for you, man, and for those guys, man. They've been doing a good job. So as far as Zone, man, like, what do you see in the near future? I know you did some rollouts as far as, some streams, some interviews and stuff like that. Like, I know COVID is happening now. What do you have up for the near future, if you can talk about it, and what's like the 5-year trajectory for Zone?
For sure. I mean, in the very, very near future, like today, we're actually kicking off a 30-man Warzone Invitational for Myers Leonard, who has been on a journey the past month to raise enough money to feed 1 million people affected by COVID-19, and really, really close to his goal, and we're going to hit it tonight through this invitational. And his goal actually is $175,000. So an incredible feat by him, and we've been working with him alongside him the entire month, like working tirelessly to try to create entertainment value and to create opportunities for other athletes and his friends to all come together and really just like achieve this goal collaboratively. Which has really been like an awesome moment for us, and also like just directly tied to the thesis of Zoned as far as like wanting to help athletes and personalities and anybody who wants to cross over into the space, like further build their brand and build their own IP. Like, you have we've worked on so many tournaments this past month. As a company, we've collectively, from our direct participation in tournaments, we've raised over $500,000, which is pretty cool and something we're really proud of. And in some way, shape, or form, like I would say we've touched around 80% of the tournaments that have happened since COVID release, including the first ever one that we collaborated with FaZe on for Fight the Fund. So we've worked with so many different people, we've worked with so many different brands, and when it came down to it for Maher, it was like, you can do your own. Like, you can throw your own tournament, right? And I think, like, that realization across the board is something that we want to be able to empower others with throughout this journey on Zoned, is, like, you can create your own opportunities. You can create your own team. You can create your own brands. You can create your own products. You can invest in companies, and I think that's the opportunities that we want to bring to all of the people that we work with and all of the brands that we work with, is just collaborative growth, hyper collaborative growth. If I could sum up what Zoned is, it's just we do not see or think of anybody as a competitor. We want to work with everybody, every team, every marketing agency, every talent agency, every brand. Whether they're competitive or not, non-endemic or endemic. I think what we're going to be able to help people do is find that middle ground between if you're too far left, we can bring you a little bit right. If you're too far right, we can bring you a little bit left. If you are a non-endemic brand and you want to dip your toes in the water with athletes, we can definitely help you do that. If you're an endemic brand and you want to start collaborating with some of the athletes you have on your roster, and some streamers and some professionals, we can absolutely do that as well. It's not about like being able to speak one language better than the other. It's just about being able to figure out where the commonalities are and create digestible campaigns that the world can get behind and the world can understand. And like ultimately, like our 5-year goal is to play a critical role in the commercialization of esports and gaming, whereas like our parents understand, our friends understand, and people who aren't living at the epicenter of it, which I consider like us to quite literally be. We're like right down the road from EA Sports and Riot, so it's like, and if you're living in LA, you're at the epicenter of it, and sometimes it's hard to like think about like other people who don't have this access, and that's what we're trying to think about, is like how do we put this on the map where everybody can understand all aspects of the industry.
That's a good mission, man. And you made a valuable point, man. It's the reason why I started this podcast. I'm in Baton Rouge, man. I'm probably maybe like 83 miles away from New Orleans, man. And we don't have access like that, man. And it was one of the main reasons I started this is to educate the public about what gaming and esports and the whole culture is. Because we went into some corporate offices and they just didn't know. So that's amazing, man, that you had that thought process. We have like a few minutes left in the show, Sean. I'm gonna give you this chance to kind of plug away, man. The floor is yours. Anything else that you have going on, social media, websites, man, this is your time.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I think if you're looking to keep up with us, we're zone.gg, the 0 and zoned, so zoned with a 0. Zone Gaming on Instagram. And yeah, if you follow guys like that we're working really closely with, like Maher and Josh, you'll see what they're up to. Those guys are crushing in this space. They are by far and large setting the standard from stream quality to production to entertainment value to skill play. So definitely follow those guys. Follow the Players Network too. We have a stream tonight, the 30-man invitational. I don't know when this is going to air, but Players Network is live three times a week anyway, so you can follow them. Players Network, NTWRK. We're making some really big signings for them, and we're putting out some really cool content and really cool in the crossover space between music, sports, streaming, professional. And yeah, man, I think if I just had to leave with one thing, it's just hit us up. We're always available. You can find us on LinkedIn, Instagram, DM, whatever. We're just trying to talk to and work with as many people as possible. I think right now, our main goal during quarantine is to identify who our partners are moving forward and who we really want to come out on the other side with. And we've been having some really great conversations and met some really incredible people during this time, including yourself. And we just want to collaborate and we just want to help, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. I really appreciate you coming on, blessing the show, Sean, man. And like you said, man, I'm here too, man. So if we can work, man. Definitely, man. But thanks for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you. Let's do it, man. I'm super down.
Cool.
This was another episode of Go Play Esports with Christopher Turner. Follow him on Twitter @Turner_CP.